I've been a strong part of the identity of this country with the Italians.
That's great.
They are our best ambassadors.
So I was asking, does the red, white, and green stand for something in the flag, in the Italian flag?
Yes,
I don't know.
yes. It stands for something. It's many things.
Many things. Grazie.
Good morning, all. I'm very pleased to meet once again with the Prime Minister of Italy, Giorgia Meloni. When we last met, I was in Rome just a couple months ago with a bipartisan group, and it's an honor to actually host her here. But as explained to the Prime Minister, when we departed, the Republicans and Democrats alike turned to one another and said, she is probably one of the most impressive leaders we have found on our trip. We've watched that you were looking forward, not backwards. How to bring Europe together, show leadership in Ukraine, while at the same time the strategy to build for the future.
Good morning. I want to thank Speaker Kevin McCarthy, my friend, Speaker Kevin McCarthy, for this occasion he gave me. I want to say that I'm very glad to be here in the heart of the American democracy. And I say it for it is another sign of the incredibly strong ties between Italy and the United States. Ties that have become even deeper in recent times after the Russian war of aggression against Ukraine. More than ever in this international juncture, our relations are essentials. More than ever, we must be able to rely one on the other. Today we had the occasion to exchange views on many international issues, from the war in Ukraine and its effects worldwide, in particular regarding food security, to the stabilization and development in the Mediterranean area, moreover in Africa, the Indo-Pacific, and Italy next presidency of the G7. I was glad to have this debate with representatives of Congress, because it gives me a complete picture of the foreign policy landscape from representatives elected by the American people. Many things are changing around us, but there is something others didn't expect that we should perfectly prove: that the West world is united and wants to defend the world based on rules. For without a world based on the international law, we would live in a world of chaos in which whose military stronger thinks can invade his neighbor. That's not the world we want to live in. We want to live in a world in which we can respect sovereignty and freedom. Thank you very much.
Today we're going to talk about our deepening economic connections, which fueled more than $100 billion in trade last year. In my view, there's no reason why that can't increase. And we're also expanding in partnership in new areas, including space cooperation and strengthening our support for developing countries.
And our bond was made strong by the contribution of millions of Americans of Italian origin. And that means Italy is an integral part of the great American nation and contributed in shaping its culture and identity. And also for that, our relations are historically strong. They cross governments and remain solid regardless of their political colors. And then Italy and the United States have important common interests in enhancing as well a global trade, that is not only free but also fair. Competition from other nations that do not meet our standards in terms of worker protection, safety, environmental protection, undermine our companies and workers. So a free trade without rules has shown its limits. We must find the right balance between openness and the protection of our economies and strategic interests. And I think, I do agree with you, Joe, that our trade partnership is very high, but no reason why we could not improve it. So
Thank you all very much.
thank you very much.
Mr. President.